Hello there everyone, Mediocre Otaku here, and with this recent news that the Dragon Ball Super anime will be ending in March, I thought I should make a video talking about why I think this is a terrible story arc to end Super on. So let's just start off with the main thing first, is that this story arc doesn't take place after the end of Dragon Ball Z. It takes place after Majin Buu, but it doesn't take place after the 28th World Martial Arts Tournament. So the issue with that is that regardless of whether Universe 7 wins or loses, we know that they're going to be okay because the end of Dragon Ball Z happens, which really takes away any sort of tension from this event, which is kind of a recurring theme that's, plagued Super this whole time. Um, but, we have this super powerful Jiren guy from Universe 11 who Goku and Vegeta can't even touch, which is insane because they were actually able to, do some damage against Beerus when they fought him. But this Jiren guy, they haven't even left a scratch on him. And it's like, how are they going to beat him? I don't know. It'll be interesting to see how they beat him. But there's not really any tension there because even if Universe 11 wins, they're gonna be rezzing back Universe 7 because the end of Z happened. I think it'd be cool if they had Frieza win, be the last guy standing and he had some sort of insane wish. I don't think they're gonna do that because since there's not another story arc after this, I imagine whatever Frieza would wish for would lead into the next story arc, which there isn't one. So that kind of sucks. So again, any sort of tension is gone, even with the actual villain of this story arc. Because none of the other universes are bad guys. They're all just fighting to survive. So you can't really. Yeah, some of them use some sort of underhanded techniques, but you can't really hate any of them for it because they're just trying to do whatever they can to survive this tournament. So yeah, the other issue I have is that Ultra Instinct and Vegeta's new Super Saiyan Blue 2 form, I'll call it, we don't really have great explanations as to how they acquired those forms yet. They sort of explained Goku's transformation, use of the technique of Ultra Instinct. I don't think it's really a transformation. But they've been pretty vague about it so far. Goku gets hit by his own Spirit Bomb and, I guess, absorbs its power. And that's how he does it. Somehow. I don't know. But then, against the fight against Kefla, he does it again because their power level matches that of his Spirit Bomb or something like that. I don't know. But at least with that transformation, they sort of low-key hyped it up ever since Goku and Vegeta have been training with Whis. This is the actual result of their training. It wasn't just Super Saiyan Blue. This is actually what Whis wanted them to achieve. Kind of, because Goku has mastered the defensive Ultra Instinct, but not the offensive Ultra Instinct. So there's still more room for Goku to improve on, which maybe he'll do in the upcoming episodes, because he's Goku. But with Vegeta, there was absolutely no sort of build up to it. He just says, you know what, I'm going to max out my power, which I don't know why he wouldn't have done that already against Jiren. And he transforms into this new Super Saiyan Blue 2 state, which does look cool, but there was no real hype up for it, and it just sort of happened. So I can't really be all that excited for it. When Goku first went Super Saiyan, that whole arc on Namek, Vegeta was talking about, I'm so strong now, I'm a Super Saiyan. And then he saw Goku and he was like, oh, you're really strong. You're definitely a Super Saiyan. And then Goku actually goes Super Saiyan. Like, oh, this is what they were talking about this whole time. Same thing when Gohan goes Super Saiyan 2 against Cell. Goku's like, you've had this latent potential in you, which we have seen ever since Raditz. And I think that if we're going to beat Cell, you're the only one who can do it. You have to, use your inner potential. And Gohan's getting his ass kicked. All of the other fighters are getting their asses kicked by Cell Juniors. And then when Cell stomps on 16's head, that's when Gohan snaps and he goes Super Saiyan 2. Which, again, was another very cool moment. Vegeta's transformation into Super Saiyan Blue 2, not nearly as interesting. So, I don't know. I really wish we would have gotten another story arc where we sort of learn more about Vegeta's transformation and get to see him use it a little bit more. But, I guess that's not going to happen, at least for right now. I'm not saying it'll never happen. It's entirely possible Dragon Ball will come back in a year or maybe 20 years, which is the gap between Z and Super. So, I don't know. The other issue I have is that Goku and Beerus have not had a second fight, which is how I thought they were for sure going to end Super, because Super begins with Goku fighting Beerus, and Goku loses, which is something we don't see from Goku a whole lot, although we saw it kind of a lot in Super, which is strange. He loses to Beerus. Frieza succeeds in blowing up the Earth for like a hot minute. He takes the loss against Hit, and then Zeno has to wipe out future Trunks' timeline. So, yeah, he hasn't had a great win record. So I don't know. But to bring everything full circle, I thought for sure Goku was going to have another fight against Beerus and actually beat him this time. And then they could do similar to how they ended Dragon Ball, where Kami says he makes the offer to Goku to take over his position. Beerus and Whis might be like, hey, you could become the new God of Destruction since you beat Beerus. And Goku would be like, nah, I'm not really too interested in that. That's how I thought. I thought that would be a cool ending. It would bring Super full circle, and it would harken back to Dragon Ball, which would be another sort of full circle thing. It'd be really cool, in my opinion. But it looks like they're just going to finish up this Tournament of Power, and that's going to be it. There's not going to be any sort of other fight between Goku and Beerus, which is a real shame, because they could have even had that take place after the 28th World Martial Arts Tournament. We see Goku fly off with Oob. We don't really know where they're going. Maybe Goku wants to show Oob just how powerful people can get, and he could bring him along to witness the fight between him and Beerus. That would have been kind of cool if we would have finally gotten to see Oob in Super. But I guess that's just not going to happen. So, I don't know. This seems like a really weak story arc to end Super on. And I have a feeling... I didn't really like Z's ending very much. But I have a feeling I'm really not going to like Super's ending. But I guess I'll just have to wait and see what they do with that in a couple of months. But that's going to do it for this video, guys. Thank you all for watching. Let me know what you guys think about all of this regarding either Super's ending or what I had to say about it. And I will see you all next time.